Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you the initial checkout and repair video of a wooden wall replica, and this was sent in by another telephone company and that repairs telephones. And it's not uncommon that we get telephones in from other repair companies that, we have many of them that come in that way. And so basically this was sent to us for repair, and we're going to do some initial checks on this telephone. So these were really cool. I believe we have another one of these from the same company, and these were that needs repaired also. These were a really cool telephone. They're really sought after. People like them. They were made really well. They have a little bit of age on them, but they were very well constructed, and they're just a really nice decorative telephone. So what we're going to do is we have a note, and the note says, "Everything works except does not dial out." And so we're going to do some checks on this telephone. I'm going to go ahead and ring it with the analyzer. That was in the high setting. I'll put it in the low. Let that go one more time. I'm going to let it go one more time because it doesn't sound right. We'll go ahead and answer the telephone. Give you some dial tone. We're going to go ahead and try to dial the numbers. We're going to have to check that bell out. It does not sound proper to me. And if you notice the analyzer there right, it does not dial out. We still have a dial tone. It does not dial out. Well, I'm going to check for modulation, and it does seem to have modulation. If you look at the red light on the analyzer, every time that red light lights, that's 100% modulation. So we know the telephone does not dial out. It seems to have receive, transmit, and the bell is working, but it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound proper. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break from the video, and we're going to go ahead and get into the telephone, and we'll try to show you a little more about what's going on with the telephone. So we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we found a few things. I've troubleshooted the board, and I still have to take care of a lot of the solder that I don't like, and take care of a few connections. But we've located a bad part in the main PC board, and so we're going to replace that part. It's not coming up to specs, and so we have a replacement component right here. But I want to show you something that's interesting on our initial checkout. I said something in the earlier part of the video about how the bells didn't sound proper, and so really what it comes down to is, if you want to take a look at that bell, you can see it's fractured, and it's not only fractured on this side, it's fractured on the other side also. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pull this bell remove it. And you can see how badly damaged that bell is. in really bad shape. So now we know why the bell didn't sound good. Because one of them was damaged pretty badly. So anyway, we've checked this bell out, and this bell is fine. We're going to have to get another bell on it and adjust them and kind of go from there. But what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and install my new component. And so we'll do that real quick. I'll clean my soldering gun. Now, when we replace the bell, I'm going to go through and resolder some things that I don't like on this board and check some more connections. But what we can do at this point is take a break and get a bell replacement and put the bell back together again and then resolder the board. But this kind of gives you a look at the main PC board here that's in this unit. And it's not uncommon to some of the other telephones that kind of look, has the same model look to it, the same style, and some of the boards are the same, but they're not exactly the same. So we're going to go ahead and take a short break and get our bell replacement, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and what we've done is we've went ahead and replaced the bell that was bad, and as you can see, that was fractured, so that wasn't in very good shape at all. And then we've replaced a component that we found. I also went through some solder on the board that I didn't like, and kind of just went over everything and kind of went from there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and ring the telephone. Now that it's still apart, we're going to go ahead and do some checks. And then we'll put it back together again and do some final checks. So let's go ahead and plug the unit in, and then we'll ring the unit. Sounds a little more like a bell should sound now. We'll let that go 2 more times. Okay, give some dial tone. And now what we need to do is we need to reach around here in front of the telephone and go ahead and try to start dialing some numbers. If you watch the analyzer here, you'll see some numbers go by. Star, pound, we're going to end in a 2. Hang up. Do that one more time. I'm going to start with a 1. Star, pound, end in a 2. We'll go ahead and let that ring a couple times. Give you some dial tone. And now what I want to do is I want to dial a number to make dial tone go away, and I want to transmit into the handset. So if you watch the red light on this analyzer, that's 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hello, hello. So we know that the telephone is in working condition now. And I'm going to take a short break and I'm going to put everything back together again. We're going to do a final check on it and we'll kind of go from there. So we'll be right back. Okay, now that we have finished up putting the telephone back together again, now we're going to go ahead and do some final checks. So let me go ahead and move aside the bad parts. We'll get rid of them, get them out of the way. And now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and ring the telephone. I'm going to let that go a few times since that was one of the issues. Let that go one more time. Sounds more like a bell now. Give you some dial tone. And now what we want to do is we want to dial our numbers. If you watch the analyzer here, you'll see them go by. Star, pound, and end in a 2. I'm going to go ahead and hang up. Give you some dial tone. We'll do that one more time. I'm going to end in a 2. Okay. Now what I want to do is speak into the handset, so I want to transmit into the handset. And if you see that red light, that's 100% modulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know that the telephone's working, and what we want to do now is move the telephone line over into a regular line, and we're going to go ahead and call like a time and temp number.
Good evening. Today is Sunday, April 1st. The time is 11:34. Current temperature 79 degrees. Now the Belleville area weather forecast. Clear tonight, lows in the low 60s. Sunny skies Monday, a high in the upper 80s.
Okay, so we can dial another number. Give you some dial tone. I'll dial my number, and it will be busy. Okay, we'll dial one other number, but we're not going to speak with them.
Thank you for calling Walmart.
Okay, so we know this telephone is in working condition now and that it has been repaired. And now we can return it to the telephone repair company that sent it to us for repair. And they can get it back to their customer or whatever they're going to do with it. But we've got some more phones of theirs that we're going to be working on, and it's not uncommon. We get a lot of telephones in from other repair companies, so that's not a very uncommon thing at all. We do a lot of telephone repair, and a lot of our repairs are also from other telephone repair companies. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. This is a really cool wooden wall telephone. It's very sought after model. These were very, everybody that seen these usually liked them, and they're a decorative wooden wall telephone, and they're made very well. And that's why people liked them. They lasted and they were made well. And they look good. So thank you for watching and have a great day.